Hi, welcome back to Madness in Moorestown, Part 2.
What?
No. So guys, so you left off, you had some more aborted stories, or have you pretty much finished them?
I mean, we covered it anyway. I got the thing. It was, and that was my first. That was my first major, major label tour. So suddenly I'm going out with a band, a band that I really like, and also we're playing every night with other bands that I actually heard of, and people want to come out and see, and I get to meet all these guys that I'd only heard of or like seen in videos, and now I'm face to face, having a conversation with Paul from Origin.
And you say, "Wow, these guys are douchebags just like I am." Did you have any meetings with John Longstreth?
I did.
He's not a fan of mine.
Really?
Yeah, he does not enjoy me.
He's got a particular sense of humor and decorum, but he was generally a very nice guy. Nothing, didn't have any troubles with him.
What about the kids from Rings of Saturn?
They were a little. They had some. They were nice to me. I know they. Them and Decrepit Birth, they were not getting along.
Really?
So much. It was mostly like merchandise fights.
What was that about?
The kids from Rings of Saturn.
Like food fight, but merch.
Yeah, but with T-shirts.
Yeah.
No, the guys from Decrepit Birth was always the last band to get to the show.
Yes.
Right.
Without, except for like one time, when Cattle Decap was the last one there. For I don't even know why, but Decrepit Birth was always the last one there, and we'd try to get there super early so that we get the good spot for merchandise, because it's where you make your money on the tour. And we would always try to leave a little space for Decrepit Birth, because we knew they'd be rolling in with their thing, and I guess the kids.
They're all high in their Scooby-Doo van.
Yes.
We were in that Scooby-Doo van, so we know.
I think that van blew up.
Yeah, it did.
Maybe that's actually what.
But yeah, we would try to leave a space for Decrepit Birth, and I guess Rings of Saturn would be like they'd just encroach on that space, and then when Bill actually showed up to set up the merchandise, they wouldn't really want to move over because they're
already set up.
They're already set up. They got their spot, and they just Bill just got mad of dealing with that night after night after night. So he was not a big fan of the kids in Rings of Saturn.
Bill also takes a really long time to set shirts up.
Yes,
he was driving Matt crazy.
Because I wanted to buy
Matt wanted to buy like 4 shirts.
Merch, but I'm like, set your shirt. Whoa,
he was standing there and he was just like this. He was like, right?
Yeah.
Maybe forever, for like an hour and a half, like.
And I'm just like, if he doesn't set this
folding
up,
the shirt. And Matt's like, I just want to buy a fucking shirt. Just put him over the. He was getting so mad. He gets like, really. He's like,
is that like a version of OCD? And I'm like, I need to buy a shirt.
He had money falling out of his pockets. He's like, please, please, just hang your shirts up. All right, so any more good stories, or should we move on to complicated stuff?
I guess I could talk more, but it's probably not so much about aborted. It'd be about the other stuff. It'd be like secondhand discussions.
All right, maybe we'll come back to it. We'll see. We'll see how we're feeling.
Yeah.
We're feeling a little frisky when we come back. All right, so this question's for you.
Oh, okay.
JFK or RFK, and why?
JFK, because the Misfits wrote a song about him.
Okay.
Quick and easy, right?
Yeah, there you go. How about yourself?
I'm gonna go with RFK because his murder is not a giant conspiracy. We know exactly what happened.
Yes.
With that one.
I heard that Texas is the reason. Is that the?
Well, supposedly. I mean, that was back in the 70s too. So.
Yeah.
That's his whole line for the song.
So things may have changed since the 70s. So Texas may not be the reason anymore.
They might have gotten over that by now.
That's actually a line of the song. That's why I said it. So.
I was on board.
Very nice.
I missed it. I'm still off.
It's all right.
I'll get to it later. What do you guys believe in that most people think is ridiculous? People believe in like ghosts or witches or whatever. Like, what things do you guys believe in that most people are saying you're nuts?
I do ghosts hardcore, and UFOs, little green men.
Those I haven't seen.
Yeah.
The ghost thing we had.
Yes.
You guys saw ghosts?
You see them.
My parents' house is like wicked haunted.
Really?
Oh yeah, like all kinds of shit. They have a paranormal guy coming out, like a research team coming out.
Really?
In the beginning of February.
Cool.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, we actually. I still have it
on the show.
What, the paranormal guy?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be fun.
They're from Jersey. They're
He definitely find a ghost here.
I still have it on my computer, but I guess either you called us or you came roaring into practice one time, like all freaked out.
Yes.
Like 2 years ago, because I guess you called your dad. Maybe
I did.
You called your dad.
I called my parents' house from my house on my cell phone.
From your cell phone. Yeah.
All of a sudden, I got this weird like interference that just sounded like crazy, and I listened to it for like 2 minutes. And I was like, all right, I had enough. Hung up, freaked out. My dad called me back like an hour later when he got home. He was like, "Did you call me?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Check this message out." He played it, and he heard that the answer machine picked up the same interference that I got. It was like all this like talking and like white noise.
Weird.
It's really creepy.
It was creepy.
And then
But
it happened.
like,
Your dad called his dad's cell phone to cell phone.
Yeah.
And it happened again.
Yeah, like
this
this was not too long ago. I guess
No, it wasn't too long ago. But I got my little field recorder, and he and I went into his dad's kitchen, and I recorded the answering machine message. And you're standing there.
It's going to be on one of our.
It's going to be on one of our records.
Nice.
But
Yeah,
I did it like twice because I needed to get a good take, and after the second time, he's like, "All right, we're never listening to that ever
hair
again."
stands on end. Everybody's like freaked out.
It is really
enough.
freaky. I'm not allowed to play it in the house because it scares the crap out of my wife.
Well, that's weird. I used to work in a haunted shoe store.
Okay.
I was working in a shoe store, and like you'd be sitting there dyeing shoes, and you feel like somebody was behind you all the time, and the shoe box used to fly off the shelves.
Okay.
Weird. Yeah.
That's alright.
Yeah, that was pretty weird.
Yeah, I can deal with it. I don't have a problem with it. It freaks me out, but I like it.
It's kind of warm and awful at the same
Yeah,
time.
it is. It's exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like being freaked out.
Warm and
I
awful.
hate it.
Yeah. So, as you said, at your parents' house?
It is.
So you still go there and is it like
We
when
used
you
to
were growing up
practice
it was
there.
like there?
Yeah. My parents moved there when I was, I guess, 16. They still live there. But they have this garage. My dad's an old school shredder.
Right.
Still does like 80s hair metal and like AC.
Your dad does?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got a cover
Iron
band.
Man. Yeah, he's a
I've
cover
never come on
band.
the show.
Alright. What are you booking every Could you just book us
We
for
can do
March?
like the
Everyone
next
you
month.
know.
We need the beer guy,
I know a lot of
your
people.
father. Who else do we need?
Paranormal
The
guy.
paranormal guys.
Sure.
Well, we all book for March.
I like it.
And Sven. You get Sven here?
It's gonna cost something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fly him all the way from Israel.
I'll buy him new fancy eyes. He wears those fancy eye things.
Yeah. So my dad, we practiced at his house, and that's
For a long time.
Well, it was like a year.
Almost two, I think.
Yeah. Well, we're coming up on 2 years together now. January, I think it is. So it's probably about a year and a half we practice there, and like just stupid weird shit, like you said, like shit would fall off a shelf, like stuff that we didn't break. Like you'd be like, "Oh, you guys," because
Yeah, we were
he's all
loud as
treble,
all hell.
and we're like 7 strings, play as loud as possible.
So,
Your dad was bringing back like the ghost of Janie Lane.
yeah, pretty much.
So we always got blamed
So
for
we're
like
trying to find out where the
shit
down
falling-
boys go.
Shit
Yeah.
falling off the shelves, except for that one time that it
I
absolutely
heard.
was not us.
Oh yeah.
That one time that it was the ghosts.
Speaking of things that are both fun and uncomfortable, where's the most rapey area you've ever been?
Rapey area.
Yeah.
Kensington was pretty bad.
Kensington's pretty rich.
Kensington was up there.
I don't like that whole rapey thing, talking rapey shit. That's gonna. I don't like it.
Okay.
No.
I walked from a club in Texas, like 2 blocks down to a gas station because I was hungry. On that tour, and that was pretty uncomfortable. Like middle of Fort, like I guess the outskirts of Fort Worth, where it's just like huge 4-lane main streets
Right.
and just dotted with businesses, and they're all closed because it's 1 in the morning. And I just need to get something to
Yeah.
eat, so I gotta walk through like the worst.
And there he is
horse
breaking this
place.
in pieces.
And you guys are big guys too, so that's
Yeah, we don't look like victims, is what it is.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
Yeah,
we don't walk
was-
around and like,
Yeah.
we're gonna get killed here.
That helps.
So,
But still, I was
being
like-
a giant band.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt. Like,
Yeah,
where
yeah,
we're at.
big-
Like, 4 of us together, we don't look like victims.
no, definitely not, especially when you guys are all together. Now, dogs or cats?
Dogs.
And
Dogs.
why?
I have 2 dogs. I've had dogs for a long time, and I think cats are soulless, basically.
They will try and murder you.
Yeah, cats don't need you.
No.
Just
They,
kind of.
they don't
just
need
And they make
anything.
that plain.
They just live in your house and they poop in a box.
They do that. They do. They suck the breath out of you while you're sleeping.
That's what I hear. Yeah.
That's true. I don't care what anybody says. It definitely
I don't
happens.
own cats. I do that enough where I don't need to, somebody helping me along.
There's probably the ghosts of many cats in your parents' house.
Oh, I'm out of there now, so I don't really worry about it too much anymore.
Now, just the last and the most important question I have for you is: are you honored to appear on Metal Rules TV, and why?
Of course.
Why?
There's pizza. That was great. There's a puppy running around. He's cool. I dig Dio.
This couch is pretty comfortable.
It is. You guys got the first band with the cushion.
I think leaving the pillows is going to get into
Yeah.
it. I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is alright. I should have leaned back.
I just felt like it was pushing you too forward. You feel like you're like this because the cushions are so big.
Yeah. Pizza, beer, good conversation.
Yeah. And just
Friday night is pouring out.
Yeah.
I'm inside.
Yeah, I'm not wet. That's alright.
All right. So
Well,
that,
not in all the right places.
really,
I was going to say, it's often good to be inside, but
you get
not
moist
wet.
a lot.
Moist.
Do you feel like you want to ask?
Moist metal.
A new genre. Right?
Yeah.
Moist metal.
Moist metal.
Moist metal. Retro moist.
Right.
That's what
Tall retro moist.
That's the big muff.
Yeah.
You have to use the big muff pedal
Yeah.
to get the retro moist.
Okay, so I guess this is the last chance for you guys to give any plugs, tell about shows coming up, your website, etc., etc. The floor is yours.
Website-wise, we're on all the social media. Facebook,
The Book of Faces.
The Book of Faces, Facebook.com/Negation Delirium. We're on MySpace, Stereo Killer.
For some reason, we're
Oh
on
my
MySpace
goodness.
still.
You gotta be on.
I think a
MySpace.
lot of
We're on
bands
there
still
too.
are,
I
yeah.
don't think you really don't have a choice
Do
at
people
this
use
point.
it? Like,
I
I
don't
know we
know.
have one, but I don't.
I haven't touched it in a while.
I do my updates to it, but I'm not sure if anybody's looking at it.
It's all the
Okay.
Facebook.
Yeah, probably not.
There's that.
How did that happen?
It's a ghost ship.
I'm on LinkedIn too. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
well, I
if
mean, so am I.
Another ghost ship.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're on the Facebook. Show wise, February 8th, we're playing at Siren Records up in Doylestown with Carved Up, Moontooth, and It's Not Night, It's Space. And then after
Lots of
that,
interesting names.
Yeah, right?
yeah, a lot of cool names. And then after that, the tentative March 23rd.
No, we're locked in on that.
We're locked in on
Yeah.
March 23rd. All right, cool.
And
That's
with,
at Walsh's.
Joe Walsh?
Shit, who was with that?
Seriously.
Did he actually get them?
No.
Not
There
yet.
was another one.
There's another band.
I forget who the hell it was.
It's
Well,
not for a whole
Chris,
assassin,
the guy who does the booking and the sound at Walsh's, we played there
It's a great place
last.
to play.
It's a great place to
It's
play. We
awesome.
played there last month, and he liked us, so he's having us come back. And allegedly, he's working on getting A Life Once Lost to play the show as well.
That's cool.
Which that's way up in the air. No idea. If that's
They're
gonna
locally
happen.
from around here.
Oh yeah,
Philly.
they're from I think.
Yeah,
I
actually,
think they're actually from South Jersey.
Bob
Bob is the
Work-
parking attendant at the Philly Union games.
Is he
Bob,
really?
Bob the singer, yeah. Or at least he was, at least
funny.
last I heard. Which
Well,
was
he
a
worked
year
at
ago.
he worked
Funny
at
to go
Siren
from-
Records too, so
must
he
be
booked a
fun.
bunch of shows there. So it was rad. He had
Yeah.
back in the day, he had a bunch of bands come through when he worked there, like bigger bands that was you
Oh,
could
sure.
see in a record store.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Well, I mean, they were playing Ozfest the one year.
Yeah.
You go from Ozfest to being a parking attendant. But that's the way it is.
You gotta do something.
That's the way it is. All right. Anything else?
No, that should be
Yeah,
about
that's
it.
about it.
All right. Well, thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
All right.